Morning.
Good morning. How's it going?
Good.
Good. Mr. Spelling Bee Star. See. Hi, Sophia.
Hi.
Trying to see who that other person. Oh, it's Zoe. Hi, Zoe.
I'm PJs.
You're in your PJs. What?
I did not get changed.
Oh my
Super
goodness.
tired. Tired. I was tired.
Hi, Isabella.
Hey, where's those little plug-in things? Oh, there they are.
Let's see. Hi, Juan.
Everything. Just homework, got him up.
I'm just gonna wait a minute and see who else gets on before we get started. Hi, Edward.
You're in ready?
Zoe. Edward, Juan. Monday. Gonna wait just another minute and see who else gets on here. Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Like mommy.
You're having problems with your internet? Oh no. You can't catch a break with your internet. I said you can't catch a break with your internet. I mean, everybody's on my end, so yeah, it has to be your internet. Are you still using a hotspot? Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, it's got to be something going on with. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I won't mark him absent because I know you're having internet issues. So I'll post on class tag what's due tonight. That way, Vincent can still do his homework. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That'll be fine. I know. Okay. Bye-bye. Hi, Josiah. Hi, Ronnie.
Hi.
Okay. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started with the pledge. So, let's see. All right, here we go.
Hi, this is Miss Tracy, and we're going to recite the Pledge of Allegiance. So take your right hand and put it on top of your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of
America.
and to the
And to
republic
the
for
republic
which
for
it
which it
stands,
stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Now we will go back where you can see what I'm doing. Okay. here's your spelling words for this week. Well, I'm sorry, these aren't your spelling words. These are the words that you're going to read, okay? Just like you did last week on Friday. You had to read all 10 of the words, and then you had to read the 2 sentences, okay? So make sure that you're reading these every day so that you can do well on for your test. Hi, Sunny.
Somebody popped.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, so if you can find your A page.
Here.
Kinsley. All right, let's go over our picture cards real quick and then we'll get started. So here we have nest, nest, octopus, octopus, When we're in class, you'll be doing these on your own. I will be saying them. Overalls, O. Overalls, O. Tent, tent. Pig, puh. Pig, puh. Inch, inch, icicle, icicle, and lion, lion, okay. Now on number 1 on your worksheet, what I want you to do is listen to the sound I make and you write the letter that's making that sound, okay? So on number 1, I want you to write the letter that makes the sound n. Write the letter that makes the sound n on number 1. And you should have wrote N. Okay, on number 2, I want you to write the letter that makes the sound ah, ah, ah. Roderick, do you have your page? Okay, can you ask Mom to get it for you? Number 2, you should have wrote O. The short sound for O is ah. Number 3, write the letter that makes the sound O. O. That one should have been easy. It's just O. The long sound for O is its name, O. On number 4, I want you to write the letter that makes the sound T. T. You should have wrote T. On number 5, I want you to write the letter that makes the sound P. P. You should have wrote P. Number 6, I. 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 I makes the sound I. Number 7, ul. You should have wrote L. And on number 8, the letter that makes the sound I. And that one should be easy because it's just the letter I. Remember, vowels make at least 2 sounds, a short sound and a long sound. And the long sound is just the vowel's name. Okay? So now, I want you to listen to these 3 words that I'm going to say. And I want you to listen for the beginning sound, the very first sound that you hear. If you can tell me what the sound is at the very beginning of the word, raise your hand, okay? As, add, ask. What's the first sound in all of those words? As, add, ask. Hector?
A.
A. What sound do you hear?
Ah.
Ah. Good. We hear ah, okay? And ah is the short sound for the letter A. The short sound for the letter A. And those are the words. As, add, ask. Okay? So we see the first letter in each of those words is A. That's what's making the ah sound. Good. Great job, Hector. And what is that?
What page are we on?
Emma, we're on the letter A.
Sorry, but
Okay.
I can't find my letter A.
Ask mom to help you, sweetie.
My mom is at work.
Who are you with?
My nana is asleep, and my cousin Jasmine's awake.
Okay, well, ask Jasmine to help you find the letter A page. You gotta
Okay.
keep going, okay? All right, so at the top, I want you to practice writing capital A, lowercase a, okay? Capital A, lowercase a. Capital A, lowercase a. Okay, I am going to show you our new letter card, the letter A. We will add this to our letter cards, and we will practice doing the sound like we do on over here, the first we do, or adding A on there, okay? So we have some picture cards. I'm going to give you some hints. Raise your hand if you know what the picture is. This is a round fruit that grows on trees. It can be red, yellow, or green. Some people think eating one of these every day keeps the doctor away. What do you think it is? What do you think it is, Juan?
Apples.
An apple. Apple. Apple, ah. Apple, ah. Okay? It has a breve on it because it makes the short sound ah, just like apple. Okay, the next one. This is something that grows on oak trees. It is small and round and has a little cap on it. Squirrels like to eat it. What do you think it is? Kinsley, what do you think it is?
Acorn.
An acorn. Good job. Acorn A. Acorn A. The A has a macron because it says its name, the long sound A, just like an acorn. Acorn A. Great job. Okay, so on number 9, I want you to write the letter that makes the ah sound. Ah. Write the letter that makes the ah sound. And you should have wrote A. Then on number 10, I want you to write the letter that makes the A sound. A. You should have wrote the letter A. That one gives it away. Okay? Okay, now we're going to practice coding some words like you're going to see on your worksheet today. I'm going to see who can help me code them. All right. Here's the first word. And the second word. Okay. First thing we need to do when we're looking to code a word, we need to look for a vowel. Is there a vowel in this first word? Hector,
Yes.
what is the vowel?
A.
A. Is there a consonant after A?
No.
There's not a consonant right here after A?
Yes.
Yes, there is. So since there's a consonant after A, that tells us the A has to have a breve on it. Okay? Has to have a breve. The breve tells us that the vowel is going to say its short sound. So now we can sound it out. N, ap, nap, n, ap, nap. Okay? The second word, who can tell me if there's a vowel in it? Is there a vowel in the second word? Josiah? Is there a vowel in this word? I can't hear you, sweetie. I think you may need to turn up your volume.
A. What is it?
Oh, good job.
An O. Is there a letter after the O? No, there's not. So that tells us that the O is going to get a macron, okay? The macron tells us that the vowel is going to say its name. So now we can sound it out. N, O, no, no, okay? Now that we've practiced coding some words, now we can go to our worksheet. Back over here. All right, so down at the bottom on number 11, do we have a vowel in that word? Who can tell me if we have a vowel? Isabella?
A.
A. Is there a consonant after A? Is there a letter after A?
Yes.
Yes. And that letter T, is that a consonant or a vowel?
Consonant.
It's a consonant. So that tells us that the A is going to get a breve. And we know the breve means the vowel is going to say the short sound. So now we can sound it out. At. Good job, Isabella. Okay, on number 12, who can tell me what the vowel is? What is the vowel in number 12? Sophia? Good, A. Is there a letter after A? Is it a vowel or a consonant? It's a consonant. So that tells us that the A is going to get a breve and it will make the short sound. So now we can sound it out. P, at, pat. Good job. Number 13, who can tell me what the vowel is in number 13? Roderick, what's the vowel in number 13?
A.
A. And is there a letter after A?
Yes.
Is it a vowel or a consonant?
A consonant.
Good. So that tells us that A is getting a breve.
Yeah.
Now we can sound it out. N, ap, nap. And nap is what this little girl is doing right here in the picture. She's taking a nap. So we're going to draw a line from the word nap to the picture. Okay, on number 14 up here, we're going to do a little mini spelling test. On 14, I want you to spell the word at. At. Spell the word at on number 14. Thank you, Isabella, for showing me you're ready. Who can spell the word at? Zoe, how do you spell at?
A
No, hey, man. Oh, you already finished your homework?
T.
At. Okay. On number 15, I want you to spell the word not. Not. Spell the word not. Who can spell not for me? Kinsley, how do you spell not?
N-O-T.
Great job. Not. Okay, on number 16, I want you to spell the word pit. Pit. It. Pit. Who can spell pit for me? Sunny, tell me how to spell pit.
P-O.
What'd you say?
O.
I. What letter makes the I sound?
E.
I. What's the last letter in pit?
T.
T. Good job. Pit. Okay. Now on number 17, who can tell me what that arrow is pointing at? What is that a picture of? What's that arrow pointing at? Ronnie?
A lip.
A lip. Good job. Tell me how to spell lip. L.
L.
I.
O.
L. I. I. I.
A.
I'm gonna tell you.
I.
I. Good. Lip.
T.
P. Great job. Lip. Okay. Number 18. What's that a picture of? What's that a picture of on number 18? Anybody know? Hector, what is it?
A pin.
A pin. Can you tell me how to spell pin?
P-A-I-N.
P-I-N. No A. No A, just an I. Pin. Good job. Okay. On the back, you will do this on your own. Remember, these words right here, you need to code them. They have to have a breve or a macron on the vowel, okay? All right, so you'll do that at home. And you have your letter A page. You'll do that at home. Now this page is very important. This page is going to be for a grade, okay? It is homework, but it's also a grade. What you're going to do is you're going to look at the picture. They did the first one for you. This is a picture of a can, a can. So we need to look for the word that says can. Well, we know can starts with a C. So we know it's not that one because that one starts with an M. Now we have two that's left with a C. Let's listen for the next sound in can. An, A. Well, they both have an A. So now we need to listen for the last sound. An, N. I hear an N. This one's an N, that one's a B. So I know this one says can, okay? Not that one. So this is what you're gonna do after class, but it is for a grade, so do your best on it, okay? And then mom or dad will send me a picture of it. And then you have your letter H page. You'll do that at home. All right, now find your number 10 page for me. Find your number 10 page. You're gonna need a crayon and your red journal if you have it. Okay, so what it wants you to do at the top is to trace the number 10. So come up at the top and trace your 10s. And when you're done tracing, then you'll write them yourself on the second line. Okay, when you're done, then it wants you to color the number word 10.
Ma'am, teacher,
Yes,
I don't have my 10 page.
okay, then just watch what we're doing. Then on the 10 frame, it wants us to show the number 10 in the 10 frame. So if we want to show the number 10, we have to color in 10 boxes. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now our whole 10 frame is colored in, so that means we have a 10, like a 10 rod, okay? Then it wants you to color all 10 stars. When you're done with it, then you can glue it in your red math journal. Okay, if you're not done, that's okay. You can finish up after class and then put this in your red math journal. Okay, now you need your 2 math pages, number 49 and 51.
Guess what I had, Miss Bradshaw? My mom got me some 10 blocks yesterday.
Oh, some 10 blocks? That's awesome.
My mom, yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's what we have here at school.
Yeah, I got some too.
Are they helping you to understand how to make 10s?
I haven't used them yet.
Oh, okay.
Just got them.
Oh, okay. Use them tonight on your
Use
homework.
all of them. There's 100. There's 100 of them.
Oh my goodness. That's so awesome. I'm glad you have those to help you.
Yeah, I'm gonna use them.
Your hair looks really cute like that, Emma. It's all out of your face. You got little pigtails or little buns. Is it buns? Yeah, super cute. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started here on our math homework. Or not homework, I'm sorry, just our math lesson. Okay, so on the first page, we have a bunch of seashells. And what it wants to know is how many seashells are there? Well, there is a whole lot. And if we just counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we would get lost and we would probably miss 1 or 2 or maybe count 1 twice and then we're gonna have the wrong number. So we've got to figure out a way to count these seashells to where we don't get mixed up and we know we have the right answer. Well, what we're going to do is we are going to group the seashells by 10s, okay? Just like a 10 rod that Emma has at home too, we're gonna group them in groups of 10. That way we can count by 10s and see how many we have.
But you mean like count to 10s?
Yes.
Like,
Okay, so what we need to do first is we need to count a group of 10. So let's start here at the top and we're just gonna count down on the same color. And when we have 10, we're going to circle them, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so not this one down here. We stopped at 10. So we're going to
cannot find that page.
circle around it. Okay, now that's one group of 10. Now we need to count another group of 10. And we see they're in straight rows here, just like this. So do I need to count all of these shells again? Or can I just make a circle around it? Just like this, right next to my other group. So now I know that's 10, but let's check just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is 10. So now we can group them all just like that. So let's group our next one. There's a group of 10. Here's another group of 10. And another one. Another one. Just keep circling all your groups of 10. Okay, now we've circled all of our groups of 10 shells.
What kind of paper is it?
The paper with the shells on it, page 49, Zoe. Okay, I'm just gonna wait a minute until you get them all circled. Okay, so let's count how many groups of 10 we have. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 groups of 10. Now, if you remember, we talked about this the other day, but if we have 10 groups of 10 like this, that makes 100, okay? 100. So now that we know that we have 10 groups of 10, we know we have 100, okay? 100. Now we can't forget about these guys down here. We still have some shells at the bottom, and they're all by themselves, so we need to count them by ones. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 down here, 4 ones. So we have 104 ones, okay? So how we write 104 is like this, 104, okay? Does that make sense? Okay. All right, so now you can flip it over to the back. Okay, so at the top, it has a picture for us here, and it's already expanded how much there is there, okay? So there's 100. We know that big square represents 100. Okay, so they put 100 plus 0. They put a 0 there because there's no 10 rods. There's no 10 rods, so they put plus 0, and then there's 1, 1 all by itself. So that's why they put plus 1, okay? So now we have to put those all together and add up the numbers, okay? So the easiest way to do this, as I'm gonna show you, is we're gonna label our picture. So we have 100, we only have 1. So I'm gonna put a 1 on top of it. The next picture that should be there is 10 rods, but we don't have any. There's no 10 rods, so that means there's 0 10 rods. And then the last picture is the ones. And there's only 1 there, just 1. So I'm going to put a 1. Okay? Now we're going to put those 3 numbers we wrote and put them together. Okay? So we have 100, 0 10s, and 1 1. Okay? Just like that. Now we can come over here and we'll practice again. It's already expanded how much we have, how many cubes there are all together. Okay, so that's why there's 100, because there's only 1, a 10 rod, because there's 10 cubes in a 10 rod, so that's why they put 10, and then there's 1 1 left. Okay, but let's label our pictures, that way we know what number to put down here. Okay, so there's only 100, there's just 1 square. So I'm going to put a 1. There's only 1 10 rod here in the picture, so I'm going to put 1. And there's only 1 cube all by himself, so I'm going to put a 1. Now we can put those numbers all together down here on the line. So we put 100, 1 10, and 1, 1. So now what's shown is 111. That's how many cubes there are all together. Okay? Now down here, we're gonna practice some on our own. They didn't put the expanded notation there for us. We've got to do it ourselves. Okay? So down here on number 1, I see that we have 100. Remember, the square is the same as 100 cubes all together. That's how we label it, is by a square. Okay? So we have 100. So we got to write 100 because there's only one. We have 1 10 rod here. So I put a 1 on top of it. 1 10 rod. And we know a 10 rod has 10 cubes. So I'm going to put plus 10. And then we got to count our ones. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 of them. So I'm going to put that at the top and put my 3 here. Okay. Now we can put all our numbers together that we labeled at the top. We have 100, 110, and 3 ones. Okay, so that picture represents the number 113. Okay, now over here on number 2, we have a square that represents the 100. Okay, so we have 100. What's next? There's no 10 rods next. We don't see any pictured. So that means there's 0. There's 0 10 rods. So I'm going to put a 0. And then our ones are last. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5. Okay. Now let's come back up and label our pictures so that way we know what number to put down here. So there's only 1 square, so just 1. I don't see any 10 rods. I don't see any, so we're going to put a 0. Now we're going to count our ones. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to put a 5 over the ones. So now we can put those numbers together to figure out how many we have all together. So we have 1 square, 0 10 rods, there's none there, and we have 5 ones. So all together our picture shows the number 105. 105. Okay, now on number 3, we're going to keep practicing. All right, we have 1 square. We know the square represents 100. So I'm going to put 100. We have some 10 rods here. We know that we count our 10 rods by tens. We count them by tens, okay? And we have 2, so we need to count by tens. 10, 20. 10, 20. So I'm going to write the number 20 here. The reason it's 20 is because in each 10 rod there's 10 cubes. And if we have 2 10 rods, that means there's 20 cubes. Okay? Then the ones. Do we have any ones here in the picture? No, we don't. So that means we have to put a 0. All right, now let's label our picture so we know what to write down here on the last line. Okay, there's one square, just one. So I'm gonna put a number 1 above it. The 10 rods, there's 1, 2, 10 rods. So I'm gonna put a 2. And there's no ones in the picture. So that means I'm gonna put a 0. Okay, then we can put those numbers together. So we have 1 square, 2 10 rods, and 0 ones. So this picture shows us 120 cubes. Okay, number 4, we have 1 square. That is the picture we draw for the 100. There's only 1, so I'm going to put 100. Next should be 10 rods, but I don't see any 10 rods in my picture. There's no 10 rods, so I need to put a 0. Then I have my ones. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to put an 8. Okay, now let's label our picture. There's only 1 square. There's no 10 rods, so I'm going to put a 0. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ones. So I'll put an 8. Now we put those numbers together. We have 1 square, 0 10 rods, and 8 ones. So that picture represents the number 108. 108. Give me a thumbs up if this is making sense, or a thumbs down if it doesn't make sense to you, if it's confusing. Thumbs up, yes. Thumbs down, you don't understand. Okay, good. I'm seeing a lot of thumbs ups. I see a few thumbs downs. That's okay. Okay, good. All right, go to your next page. Got a couple more we're going to practice. Okay, on number 5, we have 1 square. The square represents 100. So I'm going to put 100. Next are 10 rods. I don't see any 10 rods, so that means there are 0. Then we'll count our ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 ones. Now we can label our picture. There's only 1 square. There's no 10 rods. We'll put a 0. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones. Okay, we'll put those numbers together. 100, 0 10s, 6 ones. So our picture represents 106. 106 cubes are in that picture. Okay, number 6. We have 1 square. That square represents 100. We have 1 10 rod. We know we count 10 rods by 10s. Okay, so if we only have 1, we're going to count it by 10s. 10. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. Okay, now we'll label our picture. We have only one square. There's only one 10 rod. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. Now we can put those numbers together. We have one square, one 10 rod, 5 ones. So this picture represents 115. Okay. On number 7, we have one square. That one square equals 100 cubes. So we'll put 100. Then we have one 10 rod. We know we count 10 rods by tens. So 10, and we stop because there's no more. So 10. Then we'll count our ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, let's label our picture. There's only one square, only one 10 rod, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ones. So we'll put those numbers together. We have one square, one 10 rod, 7 ones. Okay, so that picture represents the number 117. Okay, you can cross these two out. I'm not going to do those. And then when you're done, you can flip it over to the back. Okay. Number 10 says, Joe collects pennies. He can make 11 groups of 10. 11 groups of 10 pennies. How many pennies does Joe have? Well, it says he has 11 groups of 10. So that means that he has 11 10 rods, because a 10 rod is a group of 10. Okay, and he has 11 of these. So we need to figure out which picture shows 11 10 rods. Which picture shows 11 10 rods? Count your 10 rods and see which group has 11. Count these and figure out which one has 11. When you have the answer, raise your hand for me. You're just trying to figure out which answer choice has 11 10 rods. Ronnie, which answer choice has 11 10 rods? The first one, the second one, or the third one?
The third one.
The third one, let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You are correct. The third answer choice has 11 10 rods. That is the answer. Great job. Okay. On number 11, let me mute somebody. I hear a lot of background noise. Okay, on number 11, it says Cindy collects buttons. She can make 3 groups of 10 buttons and 1 more group of 4 buttons. How many buttons does Cindy have? Well, if she can make 3 groups of 10, here's a group of 10. So we know she needs 3 10 rods. So let's draw 3 10 rods. 1, 2, 3. 3 groups of 10, so that's 3 10 rods. And 1 more group of 4. So she has a group of just 4 buttons. 4 buttons. So if she only has 4, then that means I'm just going to draw 4 ones. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And so it wants to know, how many buttons does Cindy have all together? How many does she have all together? Well, we have our 10 rods here. We know we count 10 rods by tens. So we need to count by tens. So she has 10, 20, 30. Then we count by ones. 31, 32, 33, 34. Which answer choice shows 34? Roderick, which answer choice shows 34?
The second one.
The second one. Good. Okay. Then on number 12, it wants us to figure out what number is shown by the picture that they drew for us. What number is shown by the picture they drew? Okay. Well, I'm going to put a line down here for our answer. There's 100, just one square, so I'm going to put a 1. There's 2 10 rods, so I'm going to put a 2. And are there any ones in the picture? No, there's no ones, so I'm going to put a 0. Okay, now we can put those numbers together. We have 100, 2 10s, and 0 ones. There are 120 cubes pictured by this drawn picture here. So which answer choice shows 120? Which picture shows 120? Oh, Sophia, let me know. Which answer choice shows 120? The first one, the second one, or the third one? The second one. Okay. Good job, guys. I hope you paid really close attention on the lesson today, because what you have today, it is your math homework, but this is also going to be for a grade, okay? This is also a grade. So you're going to do the same thing that we did on the math homework, okay? You're going to count how many 10 rods you have and put your number. Count how many ones you have, put your number. And then you've got to stretch it out, okay? So I'll do the first one with you, and then you're doing the rest on your own for a grade, okay? So let's know how many 10s there are. How many 10 rods? Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 10 rods. So I'm going to put 4. Then it wants to know how many ones are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 ones. Okay. Now we need to stretch it out. We actually have to count how many there are now. So we know 10 rods we count by tens. Okay. So 10, 20, 30, 40. So 40 plus how many ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, now this has to be added together, but the easy way to do it is you come back up to your 2 numbers here and you put them together. Okay, 4 10s, 9 ones. You have 49 cubes represented in this picture here. Okay. So that's what you're doing on this. This is your homework for tonight, but it is also for a grade. Okay, so try your best on it. All right. Okay, guys, that's the end of class for today. I hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday. Remember, it's Taco Tuesday, so eat tacos. If you didn't eat tacos for breakfast, eat tacos for dinner. Taco Tuesday is a national holiday in my book.
Bye.
Bye. Have a great rest of your day.
Bye.
Oh, Roderick, I see you're eating a taco. There you go. Representing. All right. Hi, guys.